Y'all, I want to kind of give you a little history slash future lesson. It truly, if you want to know what's coming in the future, all you have to do is look in the past. Honestly, the Lord even says there's nothing new under the sun. History repeats itself, and if you want to know what's going to happen, you can pretty much look at circumstances similar and kind of get an idea of what could possibly be coming. Now, in that spirit, I want to show you something. So this celebration was to mark the 2500th anniversary of Iran. Okay? Every king, queen, monarch, pharaoh, emperor, whatever, prime minister got invited and showed up. This is the guy. Okay, now, this right here happened out in a place called Persepolis, which was absolutely just ancient ruins. No infrastructure, very dangerous. It was full of scorpions and snakes. They went out there to survey it and come back and said, sir, we can't do this, man. It's way too. This is him crowning himself King of Kings, by the way. Yeah, he crowned himself King of Kings. But anyway, he said, no, I've done sent out the invitations. It's got to happen at this place. Doesn't matter. I don't care what you have to do. Make it happen. Sounds like somebody else I know. So they decided they was going to take and just basically fumigate the entire area. They dropped gas from planes, and then they went and gathered up all the reptiles and snakes and scorpions. They brought in about 50,000 songbirds just for this. It ended up costing, as you see, this is a big deal, reported on by all over the world. You can see behind her, it's just ancient ruins, but they created a tent city. In those days, he spent $100 to $200 million. Today's standards, that's $600 million on this celebration. That's him right there. So let me pull this up real quick. Hang on. I'm so not good at tech. You can watch wrong. Hang on. So here's a little bit of information about that. And I don't think I think it's not coincidental. This was the 2500th. I keep saying 2500th year celebration of the Persian Empire, and we just had our 250th. Oh gosh, it's so hard. It was a very, very big deal, and it was all about vanity. It was all about ego, pride, having to be the best, and impress other rulers. They do not care about the people anymore. They get to a point where they only care about themselves and impressing other prestigious people as well. Now, why is this? Let me explain why this is important. Because we are doing the same thing. Every day you find out just about that a new passport, a new coin, a new dollar bill, a new mountaintop, a new airport, a new library, a new roadway, a new bridge, whatever is being named after your president. Vanity projects. We just had this 250th celebration. We have put money into things we didn't have to put into. It could have waited. Is this important 250 years? Absolutely. Was some of this stuff ridiculous and we could have spent it on far better things? I don't know. Wouldn't you think it would be better as a 250th anniversary present instead of having a UFC fight on the White House lawn where we have to now get rid of all the grass, put all that up? It's something that not everybody's going to enjoy. Not everybody can even watch it. Wouldn't it be better to have took all that money and put it towards the homeless veterans? I don't know. I dare say most Americans could have agreed on that. Or something for our disabled vets. or feeding children. What, there could have been something else. But no worries. Trump got his fight on his front porch. And then you see how that went off without a hitch. Nothing was going to come in place of that. But yet your fare that you got was literally fake, printed on columns. It wasn't even finished. There was hardly air conditioning. Your Ferris wheel didn't work. They canceled it every 5 minutes for weather. When Dana White said that fight was going to go on, if they had to be struck by lightning, it would go on. You get second rate while he gets the best of everything, and it's not going to stop. It's going to get worse. And the reason I'm showing you this is because this is history repeating itself. Because what did this little celebration right here cause? Right here. This actually pushed them into being in the IRGC's hands. People do not understand. You are watching your country being pushed into communist, socialist, all those ideas because of how angry they are with what's currently happening. That's the way it goes. In fact, I can tell you, not only does this work on governments and politics, this works with parents. If your parents are irresponsible addicts that don't do nothing, most of the time you end up going polar opposite. If your parent is an absolute type A OCD, won't let you do nothing, you can't think your own thought, you usually go the opposite. You want so out of what you're in that you go far into the spectrum. We're about to do the same, if time lasts, if the Lord doesn't pull us out of here. But I know there's not too many people who do not know history, do not know things that have happened. They do not know their own history. They do not know the Bible. And if you just know these things and see perspective, it can open a lot of eyes. Please, I'm begging you to notice the parallels here. Please, I'm begging you. If you just pay attention, you can see clearly. And if you get your pride and ego out of the way and worry about the truth, it's right there. And listen to me, you're not going to be able to get before the Lord and say, I had no idea, I didn't know. Yes, you did. You've got eyes, you've got ears, you're thinking it down there. I know, I don't care what you say to me. If you have at least seen the things that I'm showing you, that's enough evidence that you know down deep. He ain't right. Just like when Biden was president, and bless his heart, he couldn't do nothing but eat ice cream and go to bed at 4 o'clock, and the Democrats didn't want to say nothing. They saw the same thing we did. They knew he was not fit and Jill was running this country just like we did, but it would never come out of their mouth, because if it comes out of the mouth, that means, oh gosh, anything's better than the other side. Anything's better than the other side. Anything but, and both sides are that way. I can't stand politics. I ain't on no side. They're the same. It's the same machine designed to keep you busy. And if you think voting makes a difference, you got another thing coming, man. But I just... People need to see perspective, and people do not do research. They do not read their Bible, and they do not know their history. And that's where all your answers are. And people keep fussing, why do you keep saying all this? We just need to focus on the Lord and be happy, and I'm going to love the Lord. Okay, I get that. But what about be watchful and warn? What about compelling the lost? What about some having compassion, making a difference, but others saving with fear, pulling them straight out of the fire, hating the very garment spotted by the flesh? And listen, the Lord said, if you're doing this thing right, you're going to be persecuted. You're going to have a hard time. They're going to come for you. It's not going to be a cakewalk. And he said for us to do this. And what do you think you're supposed to be watching? He said for us to be watching always. How are you watching if you're just out here frolicking around without a care in the world? And you misunderstand the fact that I am watching and warning. You think that means that I'm tore all to pieces and I'm not happy and content and know where I'm going, and I don't know that the Lord's got me. No, 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 no. I do this because of the ones that aren't ready. You forget about them. You don't want to hear this because it makes you uncomfortable. But that's selfish, because what about the ones that aren't ready? What about the lost people that still need to hear? And how are they going to know the times that we're in if I do not show them the things going on that the Lord said to watch and warn about? But you don't. It makes you uncomfortable. And you've got your place in heaven. You got your ticket, so you don't want to hear me talk about it no more. Oh, my goodness. What a heart you have. Let's not inconvenience you. I'm sorry, but I'm going after the one. I'm going to be like the Lord and go after the one. The amount of people that just want me to shut up because they don't want to hear it. They don't care if other people need to hear it or not. They just don't want to hear it. If that's the case, you can just go ahead and block me, because I am here for the lost people and the brothers and sisters that need encouraging and want to watch for the Lord. If what I'm doing upsets you, go ahead and block me, because I'm going to continue to do it unless the Lord tells me otherwise. Love you though, and that's why I do it, because I love you. That's the problem. People think love is tolerance. Love is truth.